Hello, how's everything?
Very well indeed. You're looking well. Listen, I'm a little bit disappointed. I can see you now, right?
Sugar.
I'm a little
Sugar.
I'm a little bit disappointed here, Sugar, right? Because yesterday at the press conference, right, we had high top trainers, we had knee length socks, we had tracksuit bottoms, we had a designer shirt, baseball cap, all fitted, my friend. It was like something from late 1990s Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That was the vibe that I was feeling. It was beautiful.
So let me tell you what the vibe was. It was a Negro. It was like a Negro baseball league uniform, like the Kansas City Monarchs or something like that. I had them pulled up, had my socks on, my baseball hat on, and I was in my baseball stance like this.
You pulled it off. You pulled it off, man. You pulled it off. I don't think there's many people.
Because I used to play. I used to play baseball, so that's. I always loved baseball still.
It was looking sharp. Listen, being around the gang yesterday, the whole Fury team, and obviously yourself and Tyson, incredibly relaxed. It always is incredibly relaxed. It doesn't feel like it's for sure how relaxed all that scenario is. Is there any moments of tense in a fight week or not at all?
I would have to say yes. There has been some, but not with me or not with Tyson, but maybe other people on the team a little bit tense, a little bit, but not for me and GK.
Yeah, speaking to the guys yesterday and seeing Tyson yesterday and listening to what he had to say, he seems very respectful of Dillian Whyte. Obviously, they've shared a ring, albeit 10 years ago together. They've sparred a lot together, but there was a lot of mutual respect there. And he was talking about Dillian's left hook and how powerful it was, etc., etc. How serious an opponent does Tyson rank Dillian to his previous opponents?
I feel, and it's the same as Tyson, you rank all of them the same. You can't go in there with the feeling of ranking someone lesser than the other one, because all of these men, they compete in boxing to be the best. They train to win, and you have to respect that. You have to treat them in a manner that you would want to be treated, or the manner that you would go into that fight, to give yourself the best chance every time. There isn't any lesser of a boxer, any lesser of a man in that ring, especially in the heavyweight division, where we know that just one punch can change everything. So you have to just be alert and treat everyone the same.
Sugar, on that note, as you say, that one punch can change everything in a heavyweight fight. You know what Tyson can do. He's incredibly versatile and adaptable. We spoke about it at the workouts the other night. In fact, you went southpaw with him for a long period of the workout. What chance has Dillian Whyte got if you were in his corner? What has Whyte got to do to unsettle Tyson Fury?
Well, it's a little too early to tell because the fight hasn't happened yet. And then I don't want them to take my whole plan and just put it to use for us, and then I have to come up with another one just like that. And I'd rather that not happen. But it's a tough fight for Dillian Whyte. He has to do everything perfect. If that's more fair to say. He's improved in his jab, he's improved in his footwork, and he's improved in his defense. Those things have to be perfect and remain perfect throughout the night.
Well, let me put it to you then. If I was in Dillian Whyte's corner and I was training, I'd say to him, be Dillian Whyte, be aggressive, come forward, throw with Tyson, and get involved in a dogfight in which he's a slightly better boxer all round than Deontay Wilder, in my view. I know Tyson could afford to take risks in that third Deontay Wilder fight. I know he takes more risks than you probably want him to take. But if he can get Tyson into a dogfight and upset his rhythm, I believe that's his best chance of causing the upset.
You know what they always say? They say it's a saying in America. They say no nuts, no glory. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, you gotta let them hang sometimes. You gotta go out on a limb in order to make things happen in your favor. You can't always just sit back and just wait for something to happen. You have to try to make it happen at some point in time. And as you can see in the third fight with Deontay Wilder, as I was pushing Tyson, just at that point, for that point, is don't leave it. Just go ahead, do as much as you can do, so you'll always end up being totally satisfied in the result.
Sugar, that brings me on to this question. Now, stylistically, we've seen Tyson change over his last couple of fights since you've been training him really, and that's where he's planting his feet more, he's pushing forward a lot more. No one expected that against Deontay Wilder, especially in that third fight, but he sort of bullied the bully. Couldn't we expect much of the same against Dillian Whyte? Because the obvious one would be Tyson Fury keeping it long, using his reach, keeping it at range, and systematically and slowly breaking Dillian Whyte down. Now, Dillian Whyte's biggest chance is obviously to get inside and land that big hook, which I know that you know a lot about, and Tyson Fury does as well, because Tyson was talking about that shot and was very respectful from it. Now, could Tyson Fury just turn up and decide to do what he did against Wilder and push him back on the back foot? Is that something we could expect? Yeah, because no one really expects that. And is that something... Because we know Tyson likes to do the unexpected.
Well, to put everything correct and in perspective, Tyson, the game plan was for Tyson. You hear him in the background. Huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He about to come up here and set y'all straight. No, so listen, the plan is to do that. Is to push Dillian Whyte back. I've been having too many Deontay Wilder fights. It's like his name just keeps popping up. But push Dillian Whyte back. Be the aggressive. It's to set up big shots. It's to do everything that Tyson Fury can do. Also do things that he didn't and wasn't able to do in the fight with Deontay Wilder. Hold on 1 second.
Sugar, is he on the pads?
Is he coming? Is he coming? Is he coming?
Nah, I closed it so he don't come up in here. Oh, man. Whoa.
It sounds like he's doing some damage to some pads.
That was a close call.
Can I just ask, what difference has it made to you, Sugar, to have John Fury in camp? Because they have a very close relationship, Tyson and his father, and John is very knowledgeable on boxing, even though he likes to cause a bit of consternation at press conferences.
Yeah, that wasn't a question at the end, so I'll leave that alone. But so yeah, it's been great having John there. Me and John talk a lot. We get along we get along great, just like Tyson and John, and just like me and Tyson. So there's another piece added to this puzzle. Tyson, that's his father. And one of the reasons he started boxing was because of his father. And for now, so many years his father not being available to be with him, and now he is available at this time. This has really been a great camp. Those two being together, me getting to know John a lot better, and hearing stories of John and my uncle Emmanuel talking and things that Emmanuel told John. It means a lot to me just to be around John, the man who raised Tyson Fury, the man who he started boxing from and looked up to. This here it's been great. The rhythm and everything that we've all had together, there's been nothing different than any other camp. I would just say, if to be fair, it just made it more enhanced. Also, with this being Tyson Fury's last fight, his father being there, and so forth, being here in London in Wembley Stadium, 94,000 plus. I'm gonna put plus because those are the numbers, but yeah, there'll be some people getting in maybe without that. Some people getting in without the to make those numbers higher.
His last fights, you just said. Are you sure about that?
That's what he said. I can't go against what Tyson Fury says. Nobody can. Tyson can say that and he means it. But then again, of course, maybe he'll change his mind. But right now, we have to respect it, and we have to understand and respect that. Just like anybody else, you say I'm going to the store, and then you say you're not going to the store. The person has the right to change their mind.
Sugar, just before we let you go, I know that there's a bit of
I'm going to the store. I'm going to get beer. Oh, no. I'm going for whiskey now.
How easy is Tyson Fury to coach?
Tyson's very easy to coach for me. We get along great. We understand each other without talking a lot. So it helps things out. Me being able to explain things to him because I understand him, so I have to explain things in a manner that he can understand, is very helpful that I know how to do that and not just try to teach him my way only. I know him, so I can talk to him in ways that he can understand a lot better than me talking to, let's say, Garrett.
Who just before we let you go, who's currently taking him on the pads? We can hear him absolutely leathering the living daylights out of something in the background.
That's not Tyson. You know what? This is what we done. We trained today. We did it old school style. We're in a house here in London.
Yeah.
Where they got a nice yard. They got maybe like about 3/4 of an acre. So we got some land out back, and we did pad work and trained outside today. Outside of the grass.
Like
so it was just old school. We didn't want to go to a gym. We wanted to train outside in the air, which will be on the night of the fight out there in the London area in Wimbledon Stadium. So it was a good feeling for us. We just got off the pads. It's not us on the pads. That's Tommy Fury and John Fury on the pads.
There you go.
Downstairs in the hallway.
There you go. And is on Sunday? Are you back on the barbecue? Because you're chief barbecuer in the Tyson camp. Are you back on it?
I'm always on the barbecue. Listen, I get my barbecue skills from Emmanuel as well. Emmanuel taught me how to barbecue, so he taught me the secret knockout ribs, and I had the knockout chicken. So we you didn't laugh at the knockout ribs, but you're laughing at my knockout.